Yo, what is up? Another video, another adventure, checking out working class neighborhood. This time I'm going to Sant Roc. It's in Badalona. Badalona is the city right next to Barcelona. You just cross the Besós river, and we're here. Now I came by train, and there is this street market every Tuesday morning in this one of these avenues. So I'm walking and checking that out and heading to Sant Roc. It's been a minute again with any videos, but here we go again. I've never been in Sant Roc. I've heard things about it. Somebody commented on my Lamina video that I should check that out. So here we are, and let's go take a look.
¿Y tienes el frío?
Alright, walk through the market. Lots of counterfeit stuff. Nike's, North Face and stuff, that all counterfeit, and textiles and clothing probably brought in from the factories from Pakistan or something like that. Very cheap prices and stuff, but there's still a little bit to walk to Sant Roc, like couple of blocks maybe, but I decided to stop and go through a little bit of research that I did about the place, and it turned out that it's been turned from farmland to housing during the 40s and 60s after Civil War, when Badalona and also Barcelona there's been industrialization, and it's been basically housing for working class people, immigrants who have come from other side of Spain, and it's been built mainly after the Civil War, when Badalona and also Barcelona have started to industrialize, and it's been built for housing the growing population, because a lot of people from different parts of Spain have immigrated to Barcelona and Badalona, so they have housed them here. And also like at Lamina, this is a little bit like Lamina video that I did before, a little bit same type of history. One of the key points in the history of Sant Roc and Badalona is the 1962 floods in Barcelona that have made hundreds of people to relocate, and many of them has been relocated to Sant Roc, and urbanizing started also in 62 during Franco's time, and it was designed quickly and made high-rise buildings, high-rise blocks, and really poor infrastructure. And because it's been built mainly after the floods, it's been like meant to be temporal apartments and emergency housing. But what I understood, that it's like people are still living on those same buildings. I'm not actually sure about that, but that's what I understood while doing my research. Yeah, from the start it's been marginalized. There's been poor families, working class and Spanish migrants, and later gypsies came to live in Sant Roc as well. And I believe that there is a big gypsy population still this day in Sant Roc. And of course that stuff usually leads to the place getting stigmatized, and so that's what happened with Sant Roc as well. After Franco's time in the 70s, there started to be activists who were demanding better conditions for Sant Roc, and during the 2000s there's been starting to come more international immigration, which I already see walking around here, that there's a lot of foreign countries immigrated people coming, walking past me, and yeah, but the social exclusion and poverty still continues to strive in Sant Roc after all these years. And recently there has been a lot of social tensions, evictions, and inequality and marginalization. These looks like the houses actually in Bon Pastor, where I did the video. Now I cannot get to my mind what was it called, but anyway, the houses that were demolished. But I'm not yet in Sant Roc, I'm on the way. I took a turn and went to look at some stuff because it looks interesting. It's pretty beautiful out here still, and there's some pretty nice like, I don't know, maybe 90s built these, maybe even newer these buildings. But yeah, my plan is to just, this is probably gonna be quite short video. My plan is to just walk through from the train station to the metro station and head back to Barcelona, but walk through the neighborhood, see how it looks, and that's it. A little quick look into a new neighborhood to make a new episode to these areas where I visit different places. One thing I have to say, that there is a lot of parking space everywhere and a lot of cars. Okay, this place looks rough as hell. I didn't expect anything like this. Yeah, but I heard these are the perfect example of Franco-ERA peripheral housing. I heard that these are pretty small apartments in general, maybe 50 square meters, but because there's usually full families, it might not sound that big, but when there's a lot of families with a lot of people living in that type of apartment, it's quite a small. That's a really nice motorcycle. But one thing I have to say, it's not those houses in itself, it's not like of course those are old, like 70s, 60s, I don't know when they're 60s, 70s built those small high rises, but they're not, this area is actually not, it's not looking that bad. There's a lot of graffiti and stuff, but I don't know why it's so dirty. That is it like they don't have a proper what it's called, trash service or what, but it's really dirty everywhere. But yeah, those high rises were pretty rough area, and what I also learned about those high rises, and they actually look like that as well, that there's not been like, they have just, they look exactly like what I learned when I was doing research on them, that they are built really quickly. So by looking at them, it's clear that there has never been put much of a thought on the design, that how it is to live on those buildings. And like I said, that I heard that there are like 50 square meters per apartment, and there's living people probably like, I don't know how many, but I believe that full families, so at least 5 people in them, so it's like 10 square meters maybe for one person or something, so it's quite small. And of course, like, if you house people like that, so what would you expect to happen? It's quite certain that there will be some social issues, and issues is not good for mental to live in those type of conditions. But yeah, it's now there is, I believe I'm still in Sant Roc according to my map, and there's now some more modern apartments and stuff. I guess that's the roughest part that I walked through. I don't know. It's nice, there's a ATV. This is like some proper hood shit. ATV and supermoto. Nice. And graffiti everywhere. Punching bag, ATV, supermoto. We're definitely in the hood. Gated windows and shit, but that's pretty much everywhere in Barcelona, so that's nothing new. And here's some larger buildings. A lot of construction everywhere, and I think this is some type of Sant Roc center, I will bet, because there's theater, there was some banks, bunch of bigger stores and stuff, like grocery stores and things like that. But and there's these are like newer buildings also, and big these are look a lot like those buildings in Mataro, for example, Rocafonda and stuff like that, like a working class neighborhood, quite tightly populated and stuff like that. These are probably built at the same time as the buildings in Rocafonda. But yeah, besides the trash on this, now here's not so much trash here. It's pretty clean, and in general it's been pretty beautiful actually, even in the rough parts of the area. Of course there's graffiti and trash, and the buildings are in a pretty rough condition, but other than that it's like pretty beautiful out here, like lots of greenery and stuff, and pretty chill as well. Like, people say that it's dangerous place. I don't feel at all. It's like nowhere vibes. People look chill. A lot of families and stuff walking around. Things like that. Let's take look a little bit more of these lanes and before heading out to the metro. I believe this side of the road is Sant Roc, and that's in the another neighborhood. I don't know how to pronounce Lievia or something like that. Didn't expect that, but that's the same. Can you see it still? Yeah. That's the exact same toilet they had back in the day in the market square of Turku, the town where I was born in Finland. Okay, I'm gonna take this lane down and start heading to the metro station. Let's see. Here are some pretty sick hood rides everywhere. There's like this BMW, sports BMW, then there's been a bunch of motorcycles. But yeah, to me it looks pretty and chill place. Of course those Franco-ERA buildings bit rough, a lot of graffiti, but even though the graffiti in itself it don't mean it's dangerous, it only means that people want to express themselves. I think it's actually interesting that look at there, if you can see. I think it's actually interesting that people have the need to write their names or write their message on the walls, and here you can definitely see that. But I saw a bunch of, I believe it's like stop the evictions, what it says. It was in Catalan, but it like sounded like the Spanish version a little bit, so I'm pretty sure that's what it means. I said it all over the place to saying like stop the evictions, and I think that's the huge problem in this area, that I don't completely know. I don't completely know why is that, why they give that. Is it like gentrification or what, that they want to get the people out of the apartments? And maybe that is also area, it's kind of the Badalona, there's some new buildings being built all the time, and that's also like, it's pretty much that area is like kind of next in line. So I don't know if they want to get rid of the rid of the people who live there, so they can demolish those buildings and build some new ones. So I don't know, that can be the case. But yeah, what else? Yeah, it looks rough. It looks pretty out there. The neighborhood looks rough, but the feeling is not. It's kind of strange because that's like one of the roughest looking places that I've visited, even kind of competing with Lamina. But the vibe is like really chill. Everybody's just chilling there and stuff like that. So I don't know, but one thing that I noticed that here, usually in Spain, people, when you cross the road, people are braking and stopping, but here I'm lucky I didn't get hit by a car at least yet. I'm still in Sant Roc because people were not stopping for the sidewalk or whatever that is, like that, where you can walk safely, or should be walk safely across the road. But yeah, I think that was my Sant Roc video. Maybe a shorter one, I think. But yeah, I try to make some new stuff, and subscribe, share, comment, and yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.